All right. Hello, Ju-chan. Hello, James. Welcome back to Higanbana. Stream number 13. How appropriate that we are finishing this story on stream number 13. Last time, we started the gruesome tale of Izanami, the ghost of the 13th step, in which if you just happen to step on an extra step that materializes on the stairs, you get thrown into... I got a freaking notification. Thanks, Drochrono, for letting me know. You uploaded. Alright, so... And... he pulls you into this nightmare dimension of the school that's empty and just hunts you down for sport. And he can pull you out and it'll become like a part of your daily routine. That is terrifying. Fucking terrifying. Oh my god, damn. He's certainly earned his spot at number 2. And I guess it also means he's stronger than Higanbana. Because even though she said number 1 was not as strong as some of the others, but he got that position because of his ability. So, without further ado, let's get back into it. Oh, that's fine, Ji-chan. Do whatever you'd like. Oh, please tell me if the music is too loud or I'm too soft. Hello, Apparition. Welcome to the stream. For now, I live, so that someday I can die in my sleep and melt away. Ugh. I live to die. Even that, too, seemed meaningless. From then on, as long as I had school, those after-school games continued every day. Oh yeah, I gave her the Burncastle voice, that was right. Oh, I'm sorry, Ji-chan. Tomorrow is a day off as usual. Every day, little by little, the time I needed to keep running away increased. So he's keeping her more in that dimension for more and more time. Oh yeah, hello Void Dweller, welcome to the stream. You didn't miss anything. Once in a while, there were days when the time would decrease on a whim, but each time it seemed like a calculation error. Every day that time quota steadily continued to grow. Regardless, I just had to keep running circles around the first and second floor hallways. I'll keep repeating that until only the chime sounds. Only until the chime sounds, sorry. Although I cried and screamed, running was all I could do to keep myself alive. That's why I steeled my emotions. Silently, I just ran, rested, and ran again. Jesus Christ. After 1 week had passed, I had to run around almost as long as my PE period. At least she's getting a lot of exercise. Oh my god. Unfortunately, my body was just about at its limit. I wonder what would happen if she moved schools. Like if she just moved away. Jeez. Ji-chan. My whole body was covered in sweat, my lungs and heart heaving uncontrollably. In the end, I could only run in a staggered stance while holding my side. Oh god. I would be dead. I can't run very well. I would be just dead there. My time would probably keep growing and growing. Then it'll finally be an hour. No doubt I'll be ready to run even longer than that. It's impossible. Does he really expect me to keep running like that? If time kept getting longer still and growing like this, then in the end, without a doubt, I'll be killed. Yeah, that was a weird day, Ji-chan. You know what? It's actually getting hotter again. It was cooler before, but you know what? I have a lesson to teach now. I better plug in the fan. Y'all ready for fan ASMR in the background? I have zero stamina. Like I can walk. Like I used to be better. I used to walk like 10 miles a day on the treadmill, and but that was walking. That wasn't running. Running, forget about it. But walking, I'm still pretty good. I still have these stupid leg muscles from that time I walked on the treadmill so much. It's really fucking annoying. Jeez. That was before I heard that rumor. The rumor that in some class there was a girl with a sixth sense. Oh, is it her with the eye patch? They said that the girl was familiar with spirits and yokai, and that she was well versed on the school's 8 mysteries. Naturally, it seemed like they were probably exaggerating. Even when I heard it, I couldn't help but think it was foolish. However, now things are different. I'm sorry, James. That's fine. I now knew it all too well, the meaning of the saying, a drowning man will clutch at a straw. Yep, it's her. Oh, when we sleep, when me and Maya so sleep, we have white noise on their phone that we put on. Yeah, we need a little bit of background noise to sleep as well. Absolutely. That girl's name is Michiru Sakurada. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. After asking in her class, they said she's often here during lunch break. Behind the school, hidden in the shade of the bushes at the small Shinto shrine, crouched in front of it, that girl with an eye patch muttered something to herself as she gently stroked the shrine. My God, now the Bernkastel voice when she's not like so deadpan, she's starting to sound like Velma from Scooby-Doo. Oh, jinky, Scoob. Looks like we're in the middle of another mystery. Just as the rumors had said, it was without a doubt Michiru Sakurada. If I tell her that I stepped on the 13th step and that every day Shinigami chases me after school, would she believe me, I wonder? Nevertheless, could she know a way to save me? Could she tell me? With that prayer in mind, I started to talk to her. Damn, I forgot what voice I gave her! Was it Belpha? I'm thinking it might have been Belpha. Reaver of the 13th step. I know him. That's the second-rank school yokai. Reaver of the 13th step, Izanami. Yeah, him. If I said that Shinigami called Izanami was targeting me, would you believe me? It seemed like... Alright! Apparition. Yay, I got it right! It seemed like Michiru Sakurada was staring at me intently, with her spirit eye hidden on the other side of her eye patch. Oh my God, she's just like the girl. She's exactly like the girl from Chunibyo, the show called Chunibyo. I swallowed my saliva with a gulp, and I waited for her to say something. However, she remained silent. As if somehow she didn't trust me, she finally looked the other way. Wait, Sakurada-san! Are you listening to me? Certainly. Right now I'm talking to Sakunoshin-sama. Huh. It was almost as if she were conversing with the spirit of the shrine. I would normally think she was pulling my leg, but right now I didn't have a choice. I just had to wait for her to finish her conversation with the spirit of the shrine. You're in trouble. Sakunoshin-sama tells me that Izanami seems to be an extremely powerful school yokai. Oh, that's cool, James. Awesome. Let me just tell you, James, like, the first scene of the show makes it seem a lot more perverted than it actually is. Like, it's so weird. That's like the only perverted scene in like the entire fucking season 1. And then it's not even that perverted. It's just like suggestive. And then from then on, it's basically wholesome. And it's pretty funny and kind of touching. Like, yeah, the new Higurashi is weekly. Voyage Dweller. That Shinigami, he's Izanami. He chases me around every day after school. You stepped on the 13th step then? Yeah. She kind of looks like Velma too. I just realized. The 13th step is the seal of Izanami's curse. He causes his selected prey to step on it, chases them around relentlessly, and drags them to hell. Shinkies! That's right. I've partied for days and days on end. Every day. After class, he chases me and runs me around. Please. I don't want to die. Please tell me how to save myself. She once again turns toward the shrine and talks with the spirit. Then she looked me straight in the face and replied, Izanami's curse lasts for 49 days. "49 days? That means 7 weeks?" Congratulations, you know how to calculate. Oh. Interesting. So you can wait it out, actually. The thought horrified me. My mind went blank. To escape from that Shinigami, I would have to run every single day for almost 2 months. And that wasn't a regular 2 months. Every day of those 2 months, my running time would be increased little by little. Well, how much have you done so far? Even now, I had to run for about as long as the amount of time I had for PE. At this rate, if my time keeps getting longer and longer, in the end it won't just be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, it might even be longer than that. That long. That's the only way to escape from Izanami's curse. I'm so sorry for you. Nice knowing you. Exorcism or talismans? Don't you have something that can, well, lessen the curse? So you help me defeat Izanami! Izanami is the second strongest ranked school yokai. The only yokai strong enough to defeat him is the first ranked. But I thought the first rank didn't have any power. He just had his memory ability. Although he used to be the headmaster, now he's old and is mostly withdrawn from hunting. So I would say that no yokai that can defeat Izanami exists. You're SOL. No! I was clueless as to what she was talking about. However, I realized what she wanted to say. That was all I could do. My only escape is to keep running for 49 days. I mean, she could also find a way to hide. She's got to find some kind of tricks, maybe to slow him down or something. There was no way to cheat or wiggle my way out of it. I'm gonna be killed! I don't want to fall into that kind of hell! My condolences. I'm so sorry. However, I cannot do anything. Save me! You're my only hope! Obi-Wan! I'm not Obi-Wan. No one else can help me! If there was a way to save you, then Sakunoshin-sama or I would tell you. However, there isn't one. It hurts me to say it. For a time, a rage with nowhere to go welled up in my chest, and all I could do was clench my fist tightly and hang my head. Sakunoshin-sama says there is a person who has escaped Izanami's curse in the past. There was a survivor? That idea felt like a single ray of light in my darkness of despair. Yeah. I love it when I get a new voice down that sounds like, she sounds like Entrapta from She-Ra or Velma from Scooby-Doo. Oh, I love it when that happens. He says that the person seems to have graduated a long time ago, so he doesn't know their name or address. Damn it! However, he says that there was definitely a person who escaped. I wonder who that person is. Interesting. I wonder who it could have been. It has to be a character that we know. Maybe it was the nurse? I'm guessing it was either the nurse or Higanbana as a human, if she was ever a human. It's probably one of those two. Perhaps there was some kind of extremely healthy athlete to be able to perform such a feat like running for so long. If that's the case, it's just skill. For a delicate little girl like myself, I can't even do a headstand. But it wasn't just that. No, rather that person was more likely to be the weak victim type. Izanami had said it. That losers are his favorite food. I can't think he would make a healthy athlete his prey. That Izanami. He probably always makes downtrodden apathetic schoolgirls like me into his prey. However, I hardly think I have the energy to run over a few hours. Were there any secrets or tricks for survival? I wanted to hear them. But that person had already graduated, and I knew not the name nor address. I never hear such tips. Sakura Michiro whispered to me as I despaired. It's not just you. There is a boy who is also caught in Izanami's curse. Really? A boy? Yeah. Is he hot? I don't know. Sakunoshin was talking about it recently. He said there's a boy who's suffering Izanami's curse. Who is he? Is he still around? Yes. I know his name in his class. They could work together. I flew to the class where he was taught. This room was for upperclassmen. The other victim, Osato-san, was in there. My senpai. The classmates pointed at his plump figure, asleep with his head on the desk. Oh, he's fat. Interesting. Not just dozing, but sleeping in earnest. Oh, that's fine, Jutan. I love it when you talk. I have no idea how long he's been caught in Izanami's curse. But if it's longer than I have, then he's been forced to run around that much longer every single day. I wonder how Izanami keeps track of this. Like, does he have a spreadsheet or some shit?
Like, he's like, okay, let's see. I had this girl, you know, she's been doing, what, like an hour now, so I'll bump that up to an hour and 10, gradually going up to 2 hours over the course of the next few weeks. And this guy just started, so I'll give him an easy 10 minutes a day, and then, you know, we'll keep bumping it up, you know, really let the fear and accidental dread sit in. Okay, yep, we're good for today.
That's what I can imagine him doing. Like, it's like this whole like spreadsheet, like set out, like keeping track of like who does what and everything. Like how like seriously. Like that's how I imagine this. Him like keeping track of everybody. I was convinced he was asleep from exhaustion. Wow, he would look amazing in glasses. Oh my god. Oh my god, if someone would draw that. Oh my god. Wow. Oh. He woke up crossly, but leaned forward when I said Izanami's name.
Tomorrow I start from 10:30. I can't do this anymore.
It seemed he'd been cursed earlier than I had. The amount of time he had to run from Izanami had already reached over 1 hour.
I'm already at my limit. Day after day, always running in the corridors. Yesterday was only a hair's breadth away from catching you when the chime sounded.
So basically, I think what he wants is for you to never give up. I wonder now if he will ever actually catch you unless you give up. Like, will he like catch you if that's the question I have. Like, if you have like resigned to keep fighting every single time, then would he even still try to catch you? Because he only got that other girl when she gave up. So I'm wondering that now.
Next time I'm done for.
He looked down and scratched his head roughly. He was told that if he escaped for 49 days, he'd be saved. But that only added to his hopelessness.
This isn't funny. There's no way I can keep running away for 49 days. I'm being haunted by a Shinigami. I'm already as good as dead. I just wish he would write my name in his death note and get it over with. Eventually I'll fall into that hell. By doing this, I'm only adding to my suffering. I have to just give up.
See, like, that's like, look at that. Like, I bet that's the answer. Like, even if you suck, like, he doesn't care about, I think, how good you are at running. He just cares about how resigned you are. Like, he only wants to eat people who have given up. I think that's it. I think that's the key. I wonder, like, even if he's caught up to you, would he actually even still kill you if you were still trying to get away? Like, would he even be able to catch you? Is that like a caveat to his powers? I wonder. Like, I do wonder how exactly it works.
start doing this.
Oh yeah, I already read that. I don't know how many days are left, but let's do our best.
Are you being serious?
And he doesn't even get a Sprite.
You can't really be serious. It just keeps going, day after day, and every day the time gets longer. I give up. I'm at my limit. I just can't take it anymore.
Oh, this is not Jinkies.
Besides, I'm bad at studying, and I don't have any redeeming features. Even if I survive, I'm still just worthless trash. Trash will always be weeded out like the trash it is, all because the gods will it. It was a mistake for a trash like me to even be born. It's too much for me to handle. Oh.
Finally, he started crying out loud, not caring who heard. For me, he was a small, faint hope. If he could survive for 49 days, I'm sure I could as well. Still, hang in there! Remember the cat poster? He won't ever run. He may be fast, but he'll never outright run. Interesting. Then you could pace yourself. Then you shouldn't run either. Wait, did I do a hiccup? I don't even remember doing it. Jeez. Okay, so I think that's it. He'll only kill you if you give up. Oh, I think I might actually be able to have like a fighting chance then. Because I don't want to die. for any reason ever. But, interesting. I like this. That's the trick. That's gotta be the trick. Oh no, that was a fake. Yeah, that was a fake hiccup. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a fake hiccup. Apparition. I totally didn't remember that line. Of course, running for 1 or 2 hours straight is incredibly difficult. I know. But if you're doing it to save your own life, running for that long is nothing. In this world, there are many people who find themselves powerless in the face of an incurable disease. Unable to save themselves, they have no choice but to let fate decide. Compared to that, no matter how painful the trial, if you're given a chance to overcome it by your own power, that's interesting. Because I used to do 2 to 3 hour, 10 mile walks, daily. Back and when I was losing all my weight, where I'm gaining it back and trying to lose it again for the 3rd time. Oh, jeez. I never learned. But yeah, I think I actually might have a fighting chance with this one. Compared to that, no matter how painful the trial, if you're given a chance to overcome it by your own power, that is a blessing in itself.
I'm running for that many hours, day in and day out. It's impossible. It just can't be done. I'd run and run, frantically trying to survive.
I am not cool. Jeez.
But what's waiting for me in the end? What's it all worth?
You can survive. I'm asking you. Oh, that's him saying it.
I'm asking you. What's the point of me surviving? I can't study. I can't exercise. I have no friends. I have no hobbies. Every day I feel like I'll die from boredom. No, I wanted to die.
That's very, yeah. Wanting to die. As if falling asleep. are melting away like snow. His desire was the same as mine. No. Everything about him was the same as me. For him, life was meaningless, worthless. To him, there was no point in surviving this ordeal for 49 days.
Do I get something special if I survive? Will I get 1,000,000 fucking yen? Will I be granted one wish? If so, then make me a great dodgeball player.
Really? Are you fucking serious? You can wish for anything you want! That's not even a sport you can go pro in! Oh, God, jeez. What a wasted wish!
Buy me 100 manga volumes!
Oh, come on! You could wish for like $1 billion and buy that yourself! Oh, God.
No, I get nothing. Even if I survive, I'll get nothing. I'll just go back to my weird life. I want to die from boredom. My life was over from the very beginning. I wish I was never born. I wish I'd never been born.
I could only hear sobbing in the end. He had become desperate. Oh, God, that is sad. Rather than physical strength, it was his willpower that had failed. And his feelings resonated with mine. Was there any worth in surviving and going back to normal life? No. It was a meaningless, worthless world. A gray world. The only reason we keep running around is to keep from falling into that gruesome hell. All that awaits us should we succeed is the same bleak life we had before. If we were fighting to attain something, then we would be able to find meaning in it. But there is nothing to fight for. Fight for your continued existence. Fight for to be able to see what happens in the world, in your life. Fight for any kind of future experiences that you might have. I gotta read James's comment. I is saying, no, I'm nothing like this person. Aya thought to herself. Not the part about wanting to die. I mean, I feel it on that one, but I'd rather play basketball than dodgeball. And the next evening, Izanami Yasuchan, he followed her with a basketball in hand, dribbling as he walked.
Come on and slam. Welcome to the jam. Come on and slam.
And she's like, oh, basketball ghost. 90s basketball ghost. Oh my God. But there is nothing to fight for. We torture ourselves by putting off the inevitable, knowing that eventually we will have to accept failure. I see. This is really cool. This is very metaphorical here. What is the point to it all? His words pierced my chest as if gouging it.
You and I, the moment we stepped on that 13th stair, we were dragged into his hell. He said so, right? He loves to watch trash like us run around in desperation. To chase us around and around. And after he's had his fun, he'll throw us into hell. He's the worst kind of Shinigami.
You know, I really don't want to go to that terrifying hell. I mean, just knowing that the afterlife and magic and demons and shit exists, like, just puts me in a much better mood, because that means that after we die, we won't we won't just completely stop existing. So, you know, I changed my mind. Fortunately, since today is Wednesday, I'll manage to survive somehow or another. But next time around, I'm doomed. I wondered, does she get weekends off or no? I forgot how that worked. Oh well, at least there was some point to surviving until today. Since I was able to meet someone else who was cursed and vent my frustrations, I feel kind of relieved. Refreshed. You're gonna struggle too, you know, until you can accept it. Wait, was this him talking the entire time? Never mind. You'll struggle until you realize that you'll be going to the same hell that I am, but hey, I guess that's better than nothing. God, that was him! God damn it! Oh, God, Higanbana has usually been so good at that. Fucking hell. Okay, pretend that whole last paragraph was done in that other guy's voice. Oh, God. He was laughing forcibly, with a philosophical, almost self-mocking smile. Words to describe it didn't come to mind. If this really was a game, like Izanami said, then in addition to a penalty for losing, there should also be a corresponding reward for winning. But there was just a very harsh punishment. There was no worth in surviving. And he liked those kinds of downtrodden, worthless humans. They were his favorite food. The chime signaling the end of lunch rang. I might not be able to meet him again tomorrow or the day after. I saw on his face what could only be called the mark of death. I, now as tired as he was, started to embrace that hell. No. I'd never want to fall into that horrible hell. The reason I can still think that way must be because I have still some strength and willpower left within me. There's no guarantee that in 1 or 2 weeks I wouldn't end up being just as hopeless as he is. When I was turning to leave the classroom, I suddenly remembered what had been worrying me and stopped to ask him one final question. Earlier, you mentioned that this is a Wednesday. Somehow you'll manage, right? I'm sure that's what I heard him say. That since today is Wednesday, you would somehow manage to survive. That's definitely what he said.
Yeah. I don't know why, but for some reason on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, the entire amount of time I have to run is shorter.
Oh my god, does he have a TV show he wants to watch? Or does he have a date with somebody that he has to keep? He's like,
I don't have enough time for this. I have my own obligations.
oh my god. Oh my god, is he like trying to watch a show or something?
But on the other hand, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are longer. Yesterday was Tuesday, so it was the worst. Today's Wednesday, so it's not as bad. But then it's gonna be Thursday. I'm not gonna make it.
In my 1 week of running, I had also started to notice the pattern. All in all, the daily quota is growing little by little. But there were some days that were shorter than ones before. But the days of the week he mentioned felt off. According to him, it was yesterday, Tuesday, that felt long. But for me, yesterday felt shorter than the previous day. Oh my, wait. Is it because he can only reserve the frickin' room for one person at a time? Is that it? That's another possibility. I originally thought that Izanami decided when a day would be shorter entirely on a whim. But according to this boy, the short days were determined based on what day of the week it was. If that's the case, for some reason my short days were not the same as his. If there's a rule that dictates which days are shorter, let's call it Rule X, then it's odd that those days differ between us. I have to assume it's just on the whim of that Shinigami. No, there's gotta be a reason. He's probably addicted to some TV show. I bet that's it. I bet that's it. The difference between that boy and I is that I still have the willpower left to fight. The only reason I still have that determination is because I never want to fall into that hell. Oh, wow. Oh, that's really relatable. Will I still have that strength? I need to find some way to ensure my survival. Izanami's favorite prey is downtrodden, worthless kids. Even that former survivor must have been no different than I am now. It was a child that survived, so I find it hard to believe that they ran around for hours on end every day. To get by, they surely had some tricks. The days differed between him and I. There must be some sort of secret hidden in that fact. Or my name's not Aya. That is what the determination in my heart whispered to me. She's like her big red heart here that's like gonna float around and dodge Izanami's like blasts with some chiptune music playing in the background. Oh, hello, Marcy. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think it's better to spoil him on that so he doesn't get too disappointed.
Come on, Aya-chan. Let me see you gasping for air, drenched in sweat. Let me have my fun today, too.
Oh.
Come on. Run! Run!
Oh my god, James. That's amazing.
Empty your head and mindlessly run around until the bell rings.
He said that Wednesdays were shorter. But just like I thought, that wasn't the case for me. The clock hands were further apart than they were yesterday. Today I'll be racing around the school halls for a full hour. I wasn't looking forward to surviving at all. All I wanted was to be spared a trip to hell. thinking about such things is a waste of stamina. Just like Izanami said, the best course of action is just empty my mind and run. For someone as non-athletic as me, 1 hour was already my limit. If the events today had not happened, I'd probably be giving in to despair right now. But no, it's a little different. I have some hope! There must be some secret or clue within the days of the week. If I can find it, I might be able to survive.
You're doing well, but you can't last much longer, can you?
Ugh.
Does death really scare you that much? Weren't you practically begging to die before? Well, I guess if anyone was shown a glimpse of that hell, there's no way they'd still want to die. Still, why are you trying so hard to survive? Even if you do, you'll just return to wasting your life in a half-awake daze.
As if trying to provoke me, Izanami keeps ridiculing me. Don't fall for it. Why I want to live? What meaning or worth is there in life? There are many things I want to think about. Many things I want to ponder. Exactly. But I wasn't free to think about such things while running around and dripping with sweat. I don't have the leisure to listen to his nonsense. I can only run. Rest until he catches up, take a deep breath, and start running again. Until the bell chimes. I just repeat this pattern again and again. Repeat until I'm sweating buckets and worried that my heart might explode. That day, by rushing around those halls in a sort of trance, I was able to make it until the bell sounded. The next day. Oh, hold on here a second, you guys. I just gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. Okay, let's continue. Sorry about that wait, you guys. The next day, when I went to visit Osato-senpai, his classmates laughed at me and said they didn't know anyone like that. Oh, God. I understand, more or less. His existence, together with his seat in the classroom, had disappeared. I wonder what she remembers. This was one of the 8 mysteries of the school. The fate of those cursed by the Reaper of the 13th step. And really, because, like, at the rate people are dying in this school, it would have been shut down so hard. If there wasn't that whole memory loss thing. Like, my God. And it felt like my heart was being crushed in despair at the loss of my soul companion. To think he'd suffer in that stomach like hell for all eternity. My whole body froze in terror at the notion of it. I went to leave the classroom, my head hanging low. Just then, I bumped shoulders with an upperclassman girl. Hi! So, what's an underclassman like you doing up here? If you're just gonna loiter around, you'll only get in the way. She was pretty. Oh! If I had been born with hair as beautiful as hers, I'm sure I would have had a much better life. The girl walked straight past me into the classroom, looked at the class schedule and posted on the wall, and shrugged her shoulders. Ah, what a horrible schedule. Why do we need to have gym on Saturday afternoons? It just ruins my weekend. It seems that this class has physical education on Saturdays. I absolutely hate gym. With you there! If only our schedule for Saturday was a bit more like today or tomorrow. You know what I say? I wish gym would just disappear from this world. The music's getting kind of loud. Okay, but I see it's capped for you guys. Looking over the girl's shoulder, I could see the schedule. Just as she had said, there wasn't PE on either today or tomorrow, Thursday or Friday. It goes without saying, but each class has a different schedule. In this class, PE was on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. These match days that he said they were shorter. What the hell? Is he timing it based on PE? Then what about my class? Could it be on days with PE the time is shortened? Oh, he's being nice? Is that it? That afternoon, my class had PE. Some boys took their pranks too far and the teacher got angry. And we were all made to run circles around the schoolyard for the entire time. Even though I wanted to preserve as much energy as possible for after school. I would just fake an injury or something. I complained the whole time. My life was literally at stake. But when the end of the school day arrived, I looked up at the clock in Izanami's world and confirmed my suspicions. The time is much shorter. It was true. On days with PE, the time decreases. During PE, after a warm-up, we would always run a lap around the schoolyard. I wonder, what if she ran her own laps? Like, on her own volition. And, oh my god. And that way he would barely have anything to do at all. Like, with her. And what if the person who escaped was on the track team? But today, on top of that, we were forced to run around in circles for a long, long time. In those minutes I spent running significantly decreased the time until the bell rang.
Oh yeah. Looks like for some reason the time we had to play today got kinda short. Baka.
Even though Izanami was playing dumb, I already understood. This was probably the only way to win this game of Izanami's. That day, the more I ran, the shorter my time in Izanami's world became. I survived yesterday, and since the amount of time until the bell is much shorter today, this should be easy for me. I don't have PE tomorrow, and if I'm correct, I should be able to reduce my time in Izanami's world by going running during breaks between classes. She's doing what I said! Oh my god! Oh my god, yeah, that's right, she can grind and skip the torture dimension.
Did you realize something? Looks like you got a bit of a spark in your eyes today. Is it determination? No, looks like you got some hope.
I'm hopeful. That might be the case. For the first time, I feel like I might actually survive. If I can gather up some running time during break tomorrow, I can do it. I can win. I might be able to survive this 40-90 fight. It's a matter of life and death. I can feel my body running with a new vigor. I can do it. I can survive. He's not scary. I can run away. I can make my escape. Do I have something to look forward to if I escape? I still don't have an answer to that question. I found a way to escape that gruesome hell. I'm so happy right now I could dance. Even if I try thinking about the meaning of or value in life, there just isn't any. That's amazing, Marcy. He is literally the gym teacher from hell. Right now, I'm just plain happy that I have a possibility of surviving.
Come on! Get running. If you got time to think about dumb shit.
He really is acting like a gym teacher.
Then pick up the pace and start sweating. I'll let you get off easy today. But starting tomorrow, I'm gonna start kicking the time length up a notch.
It's been a while since I last went outside during recess. Yeah, it is settled by Higanbana standards, her health here. It's also the very first time I've gone running laps around the schoolyard without being in PE class. I have no idea how time will be shaved off by my running. But if I run a lot now, I should be able to take it that much easier after school. After all, nobody's chasing me right now. I can run leisurely at my own pace. Even if I tire, I still have plenty of time to recuperate before school ends. That is the way to survive Izanami's game. Without a doubt, the previous survivor must have discovered this secret too. While the other kids are engrossed in their game of dodgeball, I run around the schoolyard in silence. It wasn't just at recess either. I ran the same way during lunch as well. I did not PE today, but I think I ran even more today than I normally would in gym class. I wonder if this will really work out as expected. If it doesn't, I am totally screwed. Make sure you go straight home once you leave school grounds. Whoever's on duty today, please dismiss the class.
Stand! Out of 10, shut!
The final homeroom of the day. You have more than one homeroom in a day in Japan? Jeez. Homeroom in American school is just like 5 minutes in the beginning of the day where you take attendance. And like have announcements and shit. I clasped my hands tightly and stood up. Whether or not my theory is correct will be proven now. Please decrease the time, even if it's just a little. Bye! And with that, just like always, I was in Izanami's after-school world. In an instant, not a soul remained in the classroom. I gulped and looked up at the clock. Hello, Luna P. Welcome to the stream. Uh-oh. Izanami slams open the door and bursts into the classroom. Oh god, if he's gonna cap it on me, I don't know if I can take it. Looking up at the clock, he shrugged his shoulders and laughed.
Well. Looks like you've gone and figured it out.
The time had definitely become shorter. And that feeling of vigor ran throughout my whole body. Since I was running laps all day, I should be tired, but I felt all of that exhaustion immediately leave my body.
But how long can you keep up that routine? I wonder. After all, you ain't got any patience or willpower. And it's not like I'm just gonna stop increasing the time. In fact, I intend to lengthen it much more. Oh well, it don't matter to me. What do you say we start now? Now then, let's start our after-school game.
And I rushed out into the corridor, and Izanami did the same. I dug my feet firmly into the ground and started to run. Every day I continued to run. Every break time I ran my heart out. And it seemed that whatever time I ran in advance, that counted for even more time in Izanami's world. Thus, the more I ran in advance, the more of an advantage I had. I was always running. As soon as the bell rang, I would dash out the classroom. The moment I finished eating lunch, I would start running. Now that I mentioned it, recently I've been finishing my whole lunch. After all, I was running every day, so I've been hungry. I think the same goes for my meals at home, too. And though I used to toss and turn at night and struggle with insomnia, yeah, she's getting buff as fuck. Recently, as soon as I shut off the lights, I would immediately sink into my futon and fall asleep. Seriously. You know what's amazing about this exercise schedule? Is that it doesn't take off any time out of your day. It's like, I think that's the best part of it. Luna P. In that it doesn't take any time out of your day. You get your exercise. And you don't lose time out of the day. I think that's incredible. After all, since I was running with all my might every day, it's obvious that I'd sleep easily from being exhausted. When I run a gym class now, I don't have as much trouble as I did before. And of course, I've been running for hours and on end every day. I ran countless laps around the schoolyard every day. Compared to that, running around during PE without anyone chasing me was easy. Exactly, Void Dweller. As a test, when I got home in the evening, I would go running as well. I could see results there as well. Of course, because Izanami too had no intention of giving up on me. Every day I was challenged to a corresponding amount of time, but I ran more outside of the game, the time was ever decreasing. Even so, little by little, extra time was tacked on daily. For some time, I was able to reduce the time down to 30 minutes. But recently, it had been increasing again. I returned back to a full hour. However, I fought with all my strength. I found a trick to running easier. At a pace that allowed me to conserve strength. Even if I had to run more than an hour, I had confidence that I could do it. In the meantime, before I knew it, I had already reached 1 month of running away from Izanami. Kick ass, you're more than halfway there. Recently, even if I ran a considerable distance ahead of time, I still have more than an hour to go after school. But I wouldn't lose. I was confident that I'd survive for 49 days. I glanced at the clock. 5 more minutes. Izanami's after-school game would soon be over.
Well, ain't you doing good? You've been giving it your all lately. Is hell really that scary to you? I guess that ain't surprising.
Anyone would want to be spared from that hell. Recently, I've even gathered enough strength and confidence to speak back to Izanami.
You know, I've gradually come to like you.
Excuse me? Who would want to be liked by a Shinigami? What a joke. I mean, not like thousands and tens of thousands of fangirls on the internet, but that's besides the point.
Well, that's for sure. Hey, listen to me. Aya-chan. Why do you want to live?
I told you. I'm definitely going to be spared a trip to that hell.
Well then, what if you could die in the manner you wished? I'm a Shinigami, you know. I can ferry the souls of the dead to a myriad of different afterlives. What if instead of that brutal hell, I brought you to a world where you could vanish away as if falling asleep, like you wanted?
Don't mess with me. You think I'd believe you?
I ain't messing around. It's the truth. You said it yourself. My favorite food are the pathetic little shits that have no longer the will to live. You, on the other hand. Lately you've been willingly going running every day, giving it all your might.
Exactly, James. Like, I would be dancing on thin air, like right there. Basically, just to know that, like, there are not just one, but several afterlives. Like, I would just be so happy with that knowledge.
You've got willpower and vitality. And I hate souls like that. Ugh. It gets all gamey and runny. Gross tasting souls like... A gross tasting soul like yours would just give me indigestion.
If that's the case, then hurry up and let me go already. Give me a break.
Sorry, can't do that. Once you've ended up in my world, you're gonna last the full 49 days. That's my rule. Even if it means I've got to eat a soul that's gotten all nasty and gooey and bristly. Ugh. That'll be more of a punishment for me than you.
Not really.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh no. That must be so horrible for you. I guess you reap what you sow.
You know, I don't have time for this either. Having to chase you around, I'm not even sure whether you'll taste decent. It's a total waste of my time. I would much rather be using that time to scout out other miserable brats.
Fine. Hurry up and go then. It doesn't matter to me.
I just told you. Either go for the full 49 days or get caught by me. Those are the only ways to end our game.
Even though it sounds just like they're sitting on the steps here. I love that. Like, now they're just casually talking as friends. Oh my god. What an interesting story. It got less scary as it went on. That's really interesting.
That's my rule as the Reaper of the 13th Step. Second ranked at the school yokai. He's a fucking dummy.
So, we're both just wasting our afternoons then. That's laughably absurd.
Would you listen to me? I'm trying to say, I have something to discuss with you.
Something to discuss? Without either of us slowing our pace. We continue our conversation.
Honestly.
Oh, okay, and that's probably her talking. Honestly, I don't care for you. And I'm sure you're getting bored of doing this every day, too. So here's the deal. You. Oh, that was him talking.
Honestly, I don't care for you. And I'm sure you're getting bored of doing this every day too. So here's the deal. You should let me catch you.
You're joking. Cut the nonsense. Cut the shit, bullcrap.
Don't be so hasty. Hear me out. I usually take those I catch to that stomach like hell. But I don't have any use for bad tasting souls like yourself. However, I am still a Shinigami. Once I catch someone, I'll have to bring them to an afterlife.
And I don't see that that's advantageous to me.
I can grant you the death you long for.
Huh?
Your wish was to die peacefully, like falling asleep, or melting away like snow, correct?
There is no mistake. That was my wish.
I can grant it. That sort of afterlife exists. I'll make an exception and send your soul to that one instead. How does that sound?
I don't believe you. Yeah, I wouldn't believe him either.
I'm a Shinigami. I don't lie about my job. I'm not allowed to. Sucks.
Without thinking, I looked back over my shoulder and looked at Izanami. That Shinigami was always trying to provoke me, but for some reason at that moment, I didn't feel like those were the eyes of a liar.
Since I want to put an end to our after-school game and start hunting a new victim, and you want to be able to rest peacefully, what do you think? It's a win-win, right?
For the first time since he started chasing me, the Shinigami stood still, dumbstruck. I stopped as well.
Ayasuma, the one who can grant your wish, is me.
Damn, he's being all smooth. He knows how hot he is.
Seeing no value in life, and want to peacefully die because of it. I'm the only one who can grant that.
I beg your pardon? The one who decides I'll die should be me, not you.
Well, that's why I'm giving you the decision.
Oh, I don't trust you.
Well, that time may come.
Izanami scratched his head and shrugged his shoulders and let out a laugh. And once again he began to move his legs. As did I. Izanami didn't say anything more, so I no longer looked at him. I just quietly ran, looking ahead. Izanami is a ruthless Shinigami, but so far, he's never told a lie. He had offered me that death I had once dreamed of. I totally get that vibe as well, Ju-chan. I wonder why I turned him down. It wasn't because I didn't trust him. Honestly, I'm not sure why. The question that I forgot about once again surfaced in my mind. Why do I want to survive? Do people keep living simply because they don't want to die? I suppose that would be the most obvious reason. But there's more to life than that, isn't there? Wanting to live because you don't want to die? It's meaningless. Absurd. But I just can't find it. I can't find a reason to live. I can't find meaning or purpose or goal. These days I spend running just because I don't want to die. They're meaningless and worthless. Well, do things have to have meaning? Just live for yourself. You know, live to help other people as well. You know, live for what you want to do, as long as you're not hurting anybody. But there's something I don't understand. Compared to the days before this, when I lived as if in a trance, I feel like these days that I try to spend trying so hard every day to survive have slightly more value to me. Obviously, no one wants to die, but that shouldn't be a reason to live in itself. Your reason for living should be something more like a noble goal or calling. But for me, the only reason I'm still living today is because I don't want to die. These should be meaningless, worthless days that I'm living. So, I should be able to let myself die. I start to doubt myself. What is right? What is wrong? I'm not sure.
Hey! You've slowed down! I'm gonna catch you!
Ah! I was lost in thought. At some point my pace had slowed, and before I knew it, Izanami had drawn close. Izanami banged the handle of his scythe on the ground and yelled at me to speed up.
If you're gonna run, empty your head! Don't be thinking about dumb shit! If you got time to think, then start running harder. You were the one who refused my generous offer, so you'll have to stick it through to the end. You gotta run away from me for the full 49 days!
Keeping my eyes fixed straight ahead, I nodded vigorously. He was right. I shouldn't be thinking about unnecessary things. What's the meaning of life? That's something you can only answer for yourself. What is worthless and what is meaningless? If you're going to torment yourself over such meaningless questions, you're much better off just emptying your mind. So I shall stop thinking. Just concentrate on running. When my mind is empty like that, that's when my body and soul feel the lightest. This continued on for many more days. According to my calendar, the 49th day was approaching. Counting how many days remained was very fun. Every day I would empty my head and continue to run. I would come home drenched in sweat and hop in the bath. Then I would eat up a full plate of food, collapse into bed, and sleep so soundly I didn't even dream. And finally, the 49th day arrived. I was so engrossed in my routine that I completely forgotten about the school events and the like. Today was the day of the annual school marathon. A marathon I once loathed. Now it'll be no problem at all. The only difference was that instead of running around the schoolyard alone, I'd be running with others. I'll run my heart out and take on this last challenge. My relationship was... Oh my god, damn. Wow. I wonder, Marcy. My relationship with Izanami will end today. Wow, what a way to put it. Jeez.
Good. Today's weather is great for running.
Ah! Why are you here? Without a doubt, it was Izanami. His unruly appearance didn't seem to be visible to the people around us. This was the first time he had appeared in front of me before the end of school.
I figured that since there's a marathon going on, I'd stop by. Besides, today is our final day together.
Oh my god! Damn!
I'm walking around that building every day. Just ain't interesting anymore, you know?
No way. Don't tell me that you plan on...
Correct! I'm getting tired of walking all the time. So since there's a marathon today, I figured I should do some running too.
Ah! I don't know for certain how fast he was able to run. But given his large build and long legs, he's got to be able to run pretty fast. Furthermore, out of all those days that he had been chasing me for an hour or more, I'd never once heard his breathing rate falter. He must have a considerable leg strength and stamina.
Are you scared? Don't worry. Even if I catch you, I'll still keep my promise to let you die gently.
You're kidding.
Nope! So you better give it your all! If you can reach the goal before I catch you, you win. But if I get you, I'll let you drift gently to sleep.
Izanami continued to laugh malevolently, closely watching him over my shoulder. I slowly started working my way through the crowds of people to the starting line.
I'm gonna count to 20 before I come after you. In the meantime, try to distance yourself as much as possible.
Boys crowded in front of the starting line. I was the only girl mixed in among them. A teacher held up a pistol. It's all right to walk along the way. All that matters is that you finish. Okay, ready? I worked hard to reach this day. I won't let it all be for nothing. I'm gonna survive. Definitely. I stood in utter silence, eyes fixated on the teacher's pistol for a painfully long time. Finally, the silence was broken by the sound of dry gunpowder. At that moment, hundreds of students took off all at once.
Get going! Run! Run, Ayasoma! Today is the day that you've been running for! Show me how far you've come!
Damn, I love this song! It seems that Izanami's body is intangible to those who can't see him. While he was counting to 20, dozens of students passed right through him. If I was surrounded by the crowds of runners, there's no way I could keep up my pace. So I stood with those closest to the starting line and took off with considerable speed. So far, I think my stamina has been fine, but I wasn't so sure about my speed. So I may have forced myself to run for a bit too fast in my starting dash. But it's okay. If I can escape from the mass of people in the beginning, I can run at my own pace from then on. At first, all the boys who wanted to be in first place started running off with all their strength. But one by one they started to run out of stamina and fall behind. But I won't fall behind. My discipline is different than theirs. Finally, the pack thinned, and only those who were in sports clubs remained. I dropped my speed and brought myself back to normal pace. When I turned my head around to look behind me, I saw him. I saw Izanami chasing after me, and at not too fast a rate. If I can just hold my pace, I could probably be able to keep the lead. Yo, this turned into a sports anime all of a sudden. I can't believe it! Honestly, that's probably not the fastest he can run. He preferred the chase to the catch. He's most likely going to gradually gain on me until the very last moment.
You got quite a bit of strength, don't you? You see those boys you just passed? They're training all the time in their after-school clubs. You got even more strength than them.
Well, I have you to thank for that. I wanted to snark back at him, but that would affect my breathing rate, so I didn't open my mouth. And somehow, It seems like even without opening my mouth, Izanami can still hear the words in my heart.
Are you still thinking?
About what?
The meaning of life! The value of living! Stupid shit like that!
Thanks to you, I don't have the time to think about that.
Well, isn't that good? That you ain't got time to think.
What's good about that?
Wasn't thinking about that every day painful? It was so unbearably painful that you wanted to die, right? So then it's good. It's good that because of me, you no longer have time to waste thinking about that stuff.
Maybe he's right. There's a saying that goes, if it's hard to tell a forward thinker from a sleeping one. No matter how hard you think about it, pointless things will always exist in this world. At first glance, it seems like searching for the meaning or worth in life is a noble cause. But if all you're doing is just thinking about it, then what you're doing is meaningless and worthless in itself. If you have time to think about such trivial things, and studying or exercising or eating seconds of a delicious meal, or sweating buckets and launching off in the shower, or enjoying the softness of a futon in the evening and falling fast asleep, any of that would be far better. I used to look down on people who didn't care to know the meaning of living. I used to think they were foolish. I may have been so full of myself. I thought that by being philosophical, I was somehow nobler than those around me. However, I've realized my mistake. I was being absurd. One's own meaning of life, or value. If you have the time to worry about that, then there's so many other things in the world you should be doing instead. Like studying, exercising, and laughing with friends at school. What was I doing? All I ever did was daydream. I never studied or exercised or laughed with friends. What I did was fill my mind with foolish thoughts about the meaning of life. I'm convinced myself that I was noble for doing so. I think I finally understand the meaning of life. Living because you don't want to die. That's enough of a meaning. Whoa! Yeah! Oh my god! Oh wow, Ryukishi! People, just by living, already have a wonderful meaning and worth in life. Hell the fuck yeah! Woo! That's a wonderful message. And if you find yourself wanting more meaning to life, you need to try living each moment to the fullest. Learn, play, laugh, be angry, cry. Anything is fine. Just live life with all your might. To be able to put your heart into something and do it until you're literally too exhausted to continue. That is the value of human life. Woo!
Oh yeah, you're slowing down again. Stop filling your head with useless thoughts. Keep it empty. Don't think. Just clear your mind and keep running.
Ah! Izanami's voice was so near. It seemed that I had spaced out and started slowing once again. He's right. I don't need this sort of stuff filling up my head. I'll cast it all away. I'll empty my head and my heart so that my body will be lighter. In my head there was a feeling of clarity. It felt as if my body was hollow and was as light as a feather. My gaze drifted to a faraway place. My breathing became calm. My legs rapidly became lighter. I can make it. I can make it. I can still make it. I overtake the boys from track and field club as their eyes turn on me with amazement. But none of that matters to me. I am completely empty. I am the motherfucking wind, baby. Once I turn the corner, the school will once again come into view. The school gate is the finish line. Just a few hundred meters remaining.
Oh yeah, this is the last stretch. Show me your fighting spirit one last time.
Ah! Hell yeah! Today I don't have to worry about the time remaining, Izanami's distance, or climbing up and down staircases. It's all over the moment I reach the finish line. I don't have to hold anything back. I run. I run with every last ounce of strength my body has to offer. I won't think about what comes next. Never again will I fill my mind with trivial, introspective questions. Every bit of my mind is empty. I became the motherfucking wind. Woo! For the last 100 meters, my head went completely blank. I don't remember a thing. Yes, James. Yes. Exactly. Absolutely. But you know what? I think it fits your character growth. Exactly. When I came to, I was sprawled out on the ground of the schoolyard, looking up at the blue sky. My whole body was drenched in sweat. My chest was moving up and down with labored breath. My lungs burned as if on the verge of explosion. But like the great blue sky before my eyes, my body, my soul, everything was magnificently and refreshingly empty. That scene was quickly obscured by a large hand reaching down to me. Without thinking, I grab it. It was a large, bulky hand. And then I realized that the hand I'm grabbing belongs to the Shinigami. Izanami pulled and raised my upper body. Oh, wow. This is amazing. This is amazing. Wow, this is definitely up there. One of, if not the best stories in the whole collection, I'd have to say. Absolutely.
What do you feel now?
I feel empty. Like a blue sky.
Emptiness is the best, isn't it? You ran and ran and ran. Anyone can become empty if they do that.
Yes. It is the best. It was strange. Even though I was so afraid of the Shinigami, I answered him loudly and clearly, as if replying to a teacher.
Right? The reason that people live. You're fine with not knowing that, aren't you?
Yes. Such things are ridiculous at best.
For humans, it's really easy to empty their minds while running. You're gonna be living for a long time, kid. So along the way, if you ever start gathering dumb thoughts in your head again, I think you know what to do.
Yes. I'll run and run and empty my head of all those things.
Exactly! Ain't running great.
Yes. Oh, I got it! Oh my god! Oh, gee. Oh my god, he got a tracksuit, of course.
By the way, you got some good legs there. Join the track and field team.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'll be sure to personally oversee your training.
I really grew to love running. Sensei. Without my noticing, at some point, Izanami's Shinigami cloak had disappeared. Instead of a scythe, he carried a bamboo kendo sword. And in place of his jet black cloak, he was wearing a tracksuit. A group of teachers gathered around Aya. Oh, now it's to third-person narration again. A group of teachers gathered around Aya, and the other runners that finished behind her were cheering for her. The story of the girl who spent her free time running had already become famous around the school. And because of that, groups of students that participated in sports clubs had lined up around her. Never before had she experienced such praise. Thank you, Sensei.
Live, Aya. If you stop, I'll whack your ass with my sword.
Yes. A pleasant wind cooled the girl's burning lungs. Feeling as if she were in a dream, she stared up at the blue sky for a long, long time. Ah, well, that was just wonderful. Oh, it's not over. Oh. Okay. Damn. Oh, this is going to be like a short stream. But I think that's for the best because I'm still a bit sick, so I do want to take it easy for a bit. So I hope it's okay with you guys that this one is a bit short. Just finishing off this story here.
Oh, you're quite the excellent teacher. Oh, it's you, Vice Principal. Ain't you got a sense of privacy? Have you been watching all this time? Don't worry. Watching over the children is my job.
You're right, the black tie gentleman is wearing like a less less ostentatious outfit than he did before.
She may have gotten away from me, but don't go make an eye of your prey. She's no longer a delusional brat that runs away from reality. You're right. If only I had found her first. I could have offered to take her away to the world she desired. Listen up, black-cheeked bastard. I'm the one who's ranked number 2 in this school. I won't allow anyone to get in the way of my hunts. She may not be my prey anymore, but as sure as I won't let you make her yours. You may be the headmaster's lackey, but listen up. The second ranked in the shadows ain't got nothing on me. Don't worry about me. You see, that Ayasoma girl you were hunting, she no longer holds any interest to me.
Oh, I'm so glad, Apparition. Oh, Ji-chan, you have a school? Yeah, he's really possessive. Oh, God. I hope you'll do okay, Ji-chan. I know you will. You're too badass.
I'm gonna find a new target and quickly whisk them away to my dream world so that you can't get them. Screw your dream world. I'll just slap that kid and bring him back to reality.
Ooh, oh, Vice Principal, the award ceremony is starting. They're calling for y'all.
Well then, I'll be taking my leave. We'll settle this later. Piss off! Go drink your damn tea.
Really? Is he like acting like the Vice Principal in real life? Medals were being given to the first 100 kids who had placed in the marathon. They were plastic and cheap plastic at that. But to Aya, it was a wonderful symbol of her 49-day survival and rebirth as a person. This was the first time in her life that she had ever received such an award. She held out her hands and accepted the medal from the principal, and a bright smile spread across her face.
You know, your soul really did get nasty as hell. Live on, Aya!
Damn. That was fantastic, you guys. Okay. Yeah, it was a bit short today. It kind of matches the other one. That was amazing. I am so glad that I was able to read this with y'all. Seriously. So yeah, tomorrow, is a skip day as usual. And on Saturday, we'll have some more Ever 17. Okay? So I'll see you then. You know, who follows that series. I'm definitely supporting that version too. All you. And until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.